Welcome back, folks. You are in the right place. This is 3 at 3. 3 at 3 every business day. We bring you what our algorithm, known as the Heat Seeker, has found as far as unusual option activity, or UOA. And we also use Reddit and Twitter, the full fire hose from both, to see exactly what people are saying about the most popular, whether it's a meme stock, whether it's Apple, whatever it might be. And today, which wouldn't be that surprising to you if you've been in the crypto market, it's just lighting up with cryptos. I mean, there was a liquidation, folks, of about 3.6 billion in cryptocurrency. Most of that was Bitcoin. Now, why would that be? Well, people got overly bulled up. And this is not me criticizing those people. But when they get bulled up, if they were to only use the money in their account, you wouldn't have seen what you saw. You wouldn't have seen an 18% drop in Bitcoin. But when you have people that lever up through offshore exchanges primarily, some of it could be from domestic, but most from offshore derivatives exchanges. They lever up 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 50 to 1. And it doesn't take much of a move to get a 50 to 1 levered trade to go the wrong way in a hurry. And then those exchanges liquidate, whether it's a broker or whether it's the exchange that has offered that leverage. A lot of those problems are the catalyst for big jumps or swoons in the market, as I've said. So Bitcoin fell 18% from about 10 a.m. Eastern time today until 11. In that hour, it fell about 18%. Those were liquidation trades, my friend. Also, coins like Ethereum or Ether, Dogecoin, both fell about the same, about 20%. It's worth noting that these happen because of over leverage and because people apparently don't fully understand the risks that they take on when they put on that leverage. Again, if you do a normal trade, meaning you buy the equivalent of the cash in your account, you're never going to be liquidated because you have the cash to cover it. When you lever, when you take on that additional risk, you are giving somebody else the right to take that position away. And $3.6 billion worth were taken away today. That's just the start of today's 3 at 3. Let's get into the trades, shall we? There is the halftime report. That's back in the day when we used to be in person. We are no longer in person. Now we've got a host and usually 4 traders, sometimes more, remote. Here was a trade that we had in Apple, $156 a share. Apple was. Somebody bought 130,000 calls. Now, that is a big trade, my friends. And were they levered? Perhaps. With options, you fully pay for an option when you buy it. But there are some who do take advantage of what's known as portfolio margining. But this trade is so big, folks, that I would say it's a very large fund taking on this trade. They bought 130,000, which is 13 million share equivalent. Every 10,000 is a million share equivalent. So you have 130,000, 13 times 10,000. You get the idea. 13 million share equivalent at the money calls. And there is Pete talking about it as it moved up to that 157-ish level. And Pete talking about those 157.50 calls. He broke that on the halftime report, first to report it there on the halftime report. Second trade is HIPO, HIPO. So it's an insurance play. HIPO, stock $6.60, 8,500 of the October 750 calls change hands. Again, the stock is about $1 cheaper than that. You have to decide how you want to play if you want to follow that trade. These are regular October calls. I bought at the money and sold out of the money against it on this trade. Again, stock was 660 at that time. It's still in the same general range. Look at that move in September. After that steep fall off, where it carried all the way down to about $4.25, it has come zooming back. Is somebody positioning for a takeover or something? Perhaps. We never really know until that happens, but note the volume in the stock, folks. Normal is 7 million shares over the last 10 days, traded nearly 30 million. And this is Rosh Hashanah, which is a day when many people are not in the markets for a whole variety of reasons. It's not just our friends that are Jewish that are observant on this day that are not trading. It is also people that lighten up on trades because they know there are fewer participants. And yet 30 million shares, bang, 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 changing hands, over 4 times normal volume. That's noteworthy, don't you think? That's the second of our 3 at 3. Third is Facebook. Pete covered this one on the halftime report as well. Stock's $377.90 a share at the time when we saw 11,000 of these calls change hands. The September 10th, that's this week expiration. Today, as you know, is the 7th. So we have 8th, 9th, 10th, 3 days, 3 full trading days left. So this is deep end of the pool, folks. If you follow this trade, as I did, then hopefully you will make sure that you are disciplined about taking profits and or cutting losses. It's all about both. It's never just one or the other. You can't eat like a bird and crap like an elephant. So that means you must take profits when you get them, cut losses quickly. Anytime you're in a trade with only a week to go, or in this case, 3 days, you need to be aware of that. There's Pete citing it as the stock traded up about $3 from $377 to $380.76. So pretty active trade. I like it. I'm in the at the monies and short out of the monies against it. This is a webinar that we've got going on this Thursday, folks. I encourage you to join myself and Ryan Mastro, our chief option strategist. We are going to tell you how we trade the unusual option activity that we see. And if you've never really been big into options and certainly never been big into unusual option activity, you must join for this webinar. And here's why. Because for our this particular version of unusual option activity, we charge a lot of money for unusual option activity, and it's worth every penny. But if you sign up for UOA Essential, we're going to give you such a deal, I can't even say how cheap it is right now. But if you sign up at marketrebellion.com for this webinar, which will be 2 days hence, Thursday of this week, then you will see exactly how UOA Essential is essential for your portfolio when you're starting out in options. It's one of the best things you could do for yourself, folks. I hope you join us. That's this Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, right at the market close, Thursday, September 9th. I'll see you there. And as usual, if you've got questions, please send them to Jon with no H, Jon Najarian on Twitter, and I'll try to answer them here. Lastly, if you're thinking about learning about stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, by all means, think about signing up for any of those, as well as our subscription products on marketrebellion.com/get started. It is just marketrebellion.com/get started. I hope you had a good time today, folks. If you did, tell a friend, tell them they can follow us on Twitter and see it as well, or go over to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com, and then you type in Market Rebellion. You hit subscribe, which is completely free. You get all of our videos, at least 4 every day, business days, that is. You get 4 of those every day for free just by going to youtube.com and type Market Rebellion, click subscribe, click that little notifications bell so that Pete will come down your chimney and personally hand you your unusual option activity, as well as the take, as well as the daily crypto bite, as well as my 60-second videos in the morning. I hope you do that, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the halftime report, as well as back here, 3 at 3. See you then.